We're here at the annual event for the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter, and Jim Schenkel is with Yvette Borrack of Chobani.
Yvette, tell us a little bit about yourself. You just came down here about a year ago. First of all, let's hear about that. And then tell me that story about why it is you got involved.
Certainly. So I moved here about a year ago with my company. Chobani transferred me here to work with the Wal-Mart team. And I understand how important community is in the Northwest Arkansas area. So I checked out a couple of different options to support. And when I was at the shelter, this adorable little girl came to me and wrapped her arms around my legs. And normally the children there are very shy and uncomfortable around strangers. And they told me that she must sense some comfort with me. And that just really tugged at my heart. And then the social worker came over and said she wanted to go say hi to her friend, is what she told me. And boy, that just brought tears to my eyes, and I knew at that moment that this was the organization that my company and myself should support when we got to town.
So you only came down here about a year ago, right?
Correct.
Who told you about the children's shelter and that said this is something you ought to be involved in?
Really nobody. I just started searching on the internet. My company is very involved in community, and this was the first time I was going to work for my company in a town where I'd have a team that we could get involved. And so I searched organizations, and lots of them came up. There are 1,200 here in the Northwest Arkansas area. And so I picked a few that kind of their values matched our company values and my personal values and things I care about. And children's certainly one of those things. And so when I went out to visit it, and I didn't make it to the other organizations I was going to visit. She just stole my heart. I've been involved since on a personal level and on a corporate level, sponsoring events like this through my company. And then I joined the Circle of Care on a personal level at the shelter. It's a very special place to me. And we've tried to we had Jenny Finch in town for a Wal-Mart meeting, and we brought her over to the shelter. It was a special day for the kids.
It sounds like you spend, this is about half of your job then, is to work with the children's shelter then and various kinds of activities. How about the golf tournament coming in? Will you be involved in that at all?
We will. We're working with the shelter right now to figure out our exact level of sponsorship and how we can make Chobani a special part of that event.
Well, I know that sometimes the Wal-Mart teams, people cycle in here and then after 3 years go away. One of the things that I've loved about Northwest Arkansas is a lot of people who are supposed to cycle just decide, hey, I want to stay here. So the companies leave them in. Do you feel like you'll be here for a longer period of time to be able to continue working with the shelter?
I do. I really like the area. I mean, I moved here from Florida, so the weather's a little cold. But outside of that, the community is really nice, and it's nice to feel like you're actually part of the community and not just someplace you live. And so I do think we built a house, so I'm thinking we're going to stay for a while.
Excellent. Well, it's good to hear that. So it's a growing area. This is not the Arkansas I grew up in. This is quite a unique area in Northwest Arkansas, and obviously very unique because it's a big supporter of the children's shelter. Now, do you guys have any questions for Yvette?
Yvette, do you stay in touch with the little girl who adopted you?
I don't. The shelter has to keep their identities very confidential. I don't even know her name. If you're not involved with the shelter, please get involved with the shelter. Those kids are special. Every time I'm there, I mean, it's heartbreaking and heartwarming all at the same time. And you never leave there disappointed that you went. And you always feel great about the money and the support that you give them and the time that you give them. They're just special, special kids.